Okay guys, welcome to Friday the 21st of February 2020. This will be my fourth run this week. Unfortunately I missed yesterday due to not feeling great. Weather today brings us to Glendalough and we hope to run the 9-kilometer route around the Spink, which is up there. It could be diverted to 11 kilometers because I believe there's works going on at the moment. I'm not too sure whether it'll affect us today or not, but between 9 and 11 kilometers anyway. I forgot my trail runners but brought everything else, as you can see by the mess of my car here, which is the norm. I bring everything and more than what I should, but today I forgot my runners. So we've been diverted up the blue route. The red route, which is the harder route, brings you up to 600 steps towards the Spink. But that's being worked on at the moment by the Office of Public Works. So I would presume that this route is a little bit easier, although it doesn't have the steps, but there are still a few climbs on it. I'm only nearly 4 kilometers in at the moment and already about a half an hour gone. The weather is pretty miserable again, a lot of wind up here. I'm going to put on my waterproof jacket soon enough now because we're going to be exposed in about a kilometer's time up at the top of the Spink, and that's a place you want to be a little bit warmer than what you are here now. You can even feel the cold, even though we've only climbed about 250 meters at the moment. Big difference to down below, down towards the lakes, where there's a bit of cover and probably 2 or 3 degrees warmer. We'll carry on, we'll get around a full loop. Hopefully we'll get to see a few things up there. Not too sure what way the cloud cover will be. Very windy, so it'll come and go. But we'll try to get in between the pockets of sunshine, if there is any at all. Talk to you in a while. So this is the blue route here now. I presume these rocks are going to be slightly slippy. Not a good idea to have left my trail runners at home. But these railway sleepers with the nails in them can be hit and miss as well. Generally more hit than miss. Give a nice bit of grip in places. A nice little climb now up here to the top. And then we'll be in the open area. You can hear the wind swirling around the trees as I walk up through them at the moment. I'd say this will be fairly daunting at night time now. Bucket list thing. If I can just grab the missus and make her come along with me. So we're nearly at the top of the blue trail here now, where it meets up with the red trail coming up from the right hand side from Glendalough itself. That part, as I said earlier on, was actually closed down due to works. I've had to put my windproof jacket on because we're going to be exposed now in a few moments time. So in the distance there in the valley you can see the two lakes. The lower lake in the distance, the smaller of the two, and part of the upper lake nearest to us. Hence the name Glendalough, the glen of two lakes. We would have come up along that pathway there made of sleepers. It's closed the 10th to the 21st of February for essential train work. Train work? Trail work. So we're back on a route that we would normally have taken now. I don't know how much longer or shorter it is, but either way, we're going to be running around the Spink anyway. Spink just basically gets its name from Pointed Mountain. I'm not too sure whether you'll see that Pointed Mountain in the distance or not when we get up here. With the cloud cover that's there. It may not be as bad as what it is. I'm waiting for the onslaught of wind that hasn't hit me yet since I came out of the forest, but it's here or not. Ah, look at this. So a bit more climbing to do. I don't know if you can see that zigzag road on the opposite side of the river, but that's our route back, all the way back down toward the other side of the smaller lake in the lower car park. Anyway, as per usual, I'll turn off the GoPro because I will be needing to use my sticks very soon. Towards zero. Baltic for me as well. Zero is not much for most guys out there. But I'm just feeling the cold today. That's probably because of the head. It's so you don't want to get blown down into it. We'll be very, very careful here. Very cautious of the fact that I don't have a trail running. Valley at least anyway. I didn't record for the last 15 minutes because it was absolutely crazy. You have to get the fine line between stupidity and safety. Coming down up there, all the way from up there under the spink, down to the far side of that little waterfall that you see, another kilometre up that way is the turning point, and it just zigzags down through a whole heap of loose rocks, and you just couldn't record. You couldn't run, you could barely walk, and I think even on the downhill sections you had to check your stride because the wind was that strong. So I erred on the side of safety just to make sure I got through the run okay. Flat segment coming up now, so happy days for that. Might loosen out the legs a little bit because it can be a little bit tight when you're walking short baby steps like that, stepping over stones here and there and basically trying to mind yourself. And that's sometimes why the runs are a little bit longer than they actually are. The out and back camera footage by the solo runner. So that's it, guys. The spink's done with a little bit added on the blue route. Right back to here, only about 100 meters to go to the car, but this is where I started. The watch will stop here as well. 12.25 kilometers, an hour and 50 minutes. I haven't a clue what the elevation was, but I'm reckoning it's probably around 450 thereabouts. I'll talk to you next week. I'll see you out and about.